Hey there everybody, Mazion reporting for duty, and today is ARK episode 26, and what we're going to do today is the build. We're going to build a library storage-ish area, and it's going to be off the side, as we said in the last couple videos. Going to go right out here, right off the side. That's today's video, and I had this strange idea for like a tiered building system, but it would like have a bunch of weird pillars on the outside of it, and so what I decided is that I'm going to continue the castle-like look. And because eventually what I'm going to want to do is build some stuff off the top of these two. But for now, we're just going to start building this system. So I've gone ahead and done a lot of the preliminary work. I've got 180 ceilings, 170 walls, and 13 windows. And we got to start off with the thatch. The thatch is the way to go. And actually, the first thing that I'm too encumbered. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. The thatch is too heavy. Heavy thatch. Wowie. Still too heavy. Alright, so we'll go with a 18 to start. We're going to need at least 64 plus a little bit more. I think I'm going to come out and go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We'll start this whole thing. So anyway, as you can see, I've added a stone behemoth gate here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So there's a stone behemoth gate. I decided that the width really wasn't needed, but I wanted something that kind of looked more, I don't know, finished. I mean, I do like the big holes, but they're just not finished. So what we're going to do is we're going to get up on Stompy, and he's going to be our scaffolding. We're going to do a demo of the top of this thing and plug another one in. Among a lot of other things that we're going to do today. Oh, jeez. Stompy! We gotta get closer, Stompy. Yeah. I think that'll work. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, what's going on? Ah! Alright, so that's not working out. Find a better angle to get in at here. Here. That's right. Alright, so here we go. Should be able to get rid. Stompy, stop moving. Oh, you had to poop. That's okay, I guess. All right, so we'll get rid of both of these. And then we're gonna move this guy out. I've already got the gate made, and I'm gonna put it in there from the inside because I want the inside structure look on the inside. If that makes any sense to you. All right, so these processes are always kind of a pain. You gotta find a way to line it up so it's straight. That's not straight. That's more straight-ish. I'm using the brown ramp top as my guide, and then I can see that it needs to be a little bit more over to the right. And then I want to pull it back some. And that no, bad Mazion. Oh, it's a bad placement, sir. That's not good. We got it! Oh my god! Yay! It's a door! We got a door! Alright, good. If I'd done that from the outside, I could have just used the ramp. But, so now we've got two regular-sized behemoth gates on there. Regular-sized stone gates. Man, behemoth is a size. Okay, gotcha. Moving on. So now we're gonna start the new foundation for the new section. Alright, so Thatch, you're gonna go right down in here, and we've got about 55 pillars on Princess. Those 55 pillars we figure is gonna be enough, but it might not be. But we got plenty of stone, plenty of wood. Should be able to continue whatever we need to continue. Oh no. Oh no. You know what though? This might be alright. This might be alright. I'll show you why in a few minutes. Alright, so I'm going to show you real quick why I think we're going to be okay in that corner. I'm just going to grab 2 roofs for this. Whoop. Now we're going to put down a roof here. Bam! Then we're going to try to put a roof right here. Bam! And that's why we're okay. Because I knew that this was going to come up high enough so that that roof would show up there. That's really cool. Got this part figured out. And now I have to put down the rest of the foundation. But first thing we're going to do is demolish the wall. You drink water. Demolish. Bam. Demolish. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the doorway here. I'm either putting another stone gate or not. I have not decided what to do, but at least we've got it opened up now to where we can start to do work. So yeah, that's where that's gonna be located. Gonna come right through here. I'm gonna do one of them speedy up bits, and we're going to put a bunch of ceilings in. All right, so we've got the entire floor done. Nice. Nice. Cool. So, what I'm going to do here, what I want this to be, I want you to walk in, have some storage immediately on the left and right. Then I want there to be a ramp that brings you up to another level of storage on the side. What's going to end up happening is this is going to be a level of storage. Then there's going to be an upper level that is placed here, and then more storage that you can reach up there. I'm going to show you how this all comes together as we build here, but the first thing that I want to try to do, and I'm not sure how I want this to happen. I want to change my porthole, my hole for the hatch there. I think I'm going to make a ramp right here. One ramp that comes up to the middle, and then a ladder that goes up to the top on the opposite side. So you can come into the building and go in that way, or go that way, or you can go right up to the top and then go left over there, or go right, because there's going to be another roof area on top on the other side. So I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to get that to work out yet, but I do know one thing. We got to start placing some ceilings, and we got to, we got to start placing some walls. So we're going to start doing that right now. right, so I put up all the walls and the ceiling, but as you can see, first of all, I put these where they don't belong. Because the whole idea is going to be just like the other roof. Everything comes out one. So there's going to be a little gap there. And actually, I didn't even see. Yeah, I could put ceilings in there. Probably could do it on the other side too. But I'm not going to do that. Not right now anyway. I may do that later. Just because I kind of want the separation. Because if I do put the hatch here, then I want the separation between both sides. Although, now I'm kind of not liking this idea. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't have enough pillars on the bottom to support the ceilings are on the outside on these two sides, and we know why that is. Because down there on the bottom, there's probably a pillar here and here, but not here. So what we need to do is put a pillar in each of these locations along the outside of the bottom of this thing. And so we're lucky we've got extra pillars. We're gonna jump off and take the fall damage and suck it up. Bam! And grab some pillars from Princess. Grab about 14 pillars. And we gotta find a way to get back under here. Right? So, look. There's a ceiling. And there, sure enough, 2 in is a pillar, but not there. So, pillar there. Pillar here. We might not have enough pillars. I don't know if that one's going to work or not. And I'm hoping that we're not coming up through the floor in there. See how it kind of clicks up and down? Because one snap is to the stone and the other one is not. We better go take a look at that first. Make sure that we didn't screw anything up on the inside. Did we? We did on all 3 of them. All 3. Good job, Mazion. Great work, sir. So this needs to go. Demolish. Boom. And then we have to try to... I did not want to make a ceiling. See if we can get this. Which one's the right one? You see how it's moving? I think that's the right one. So let's go have a look before we continue to mess things up. Can we jump in there? Yeah, I made it. All right, so that one's good. So we just got to try to do the same thing for the other 2 and make sure that we don't continue to try to snap to the stone floor. Now this is jerk thing. I'm gonna have to make more pillars. I have to do a bunch more stuff. No, not ceiling, pillar. So that's way up through the thing. All right, so I think that's it right there. We're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna go have a look. Sure we didn't mess things up. Can we do it again? Oh, failure at the jump. Oh, yay. All right, so that one's fine too. And then we have to do the next one and the rest of them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to craft more pillars. So I'm gonna craft more pillars, finish this up, and then I'll be back to you. All right, so I put up all the walls and the ceiling, but as you can see, first of all, I put these where they don't belong. Because the whole idea is going to be just like the other roof. Everything comes out one. There's going to be a little gap there. And actually, I didn't even see. Yeah, I could put ceilings in there. Probably could do it on the other side too. But I'm not going to do that. Not right now anyway. I may do that later. Just because I kind of want the separation. Because if I do put the hatch here, then I want the separation between both sides. Although, now I'm kind of not liking this idea. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't have enough pillars on the bottom to support the ceilings are on the outside on these 2 sides, and we know why that is. Because down there on the bottom, there's probably a pillar here and here, but not here. So what we need to do is put a pillar in each of these locations along the outside of the bottom of this thing. And so we're lucky we've got extra pillars. We're gonna jump off and take the fall damage and suck it Bam! And grab some pillars from princess. Grab about 14 pillars. And we gotta find a way to get back under here. Right? So, look. There's a ceiling. And there, sure enough, 2 in is a pillar, but not there. So, pillar there. Pillar here. We might not have enough pillars. We might not have enough pillars. I don't know if that one's gonna work or not. And I'm hoping that we're not coming up through the floor in there. See how it kind of clicks up and down? Because one snap is to the stone and the other one is not. We better go take a look at that first. Make sure that we didn't screw anything up on the inside. Did we? We did on all 3 of them. All 3. Good job, Mazion. Great work, sir. So this needs to go. Demolish. Boom. And then we have to try to... I did not want to make a ceiling. See if we can get this. Which one's the right one? You see how it's moving? I think that's the right one. So let's go have a look before we continue to mess things up. Can we jump in there? Yeah, I made it. All right, so that one's good. So we just got to try to do the same thing for the other 2 and make sure that we don't continue to try to snap to the stone floor. Now this is jerk thing. I'm gonna have to make more pillars. I have to do a bunch more stuff. No, not ceiling. Pillar. So that's way up through the thing. All right, so I think that's it right there. We're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna go have a look. Make sure we didn't mess things up. Can we do it again? Oh, failure. Failure at the jump. Oh, yay. All right, so that one's fine too. And then we have to do the next one and the rest of them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to craft more pillars. So I'm gonna craft more pillars, finish this up, and then I'll be back to you. All right, so we've been using Bus as kind of our transport here for this upper area, and he's got some windows that we're gonna put in the lower area as well. But we've got this top part all done. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, I think I might leave this like this, just kind of for aesthetic purposes. But I'm not really sure about that. But we've recruited Tusk, who's our workhorse, to help us out in here. I don't know if he'll follow us in here. It's always a pain in the butt to make things follow you in the inside of a structure. I even have problems with my my Gigantopithecus, but I'm gonna have him right here. And so the idea here is gonna be right along this wall. We're gonna have a set of bookshelves. On the other side, it's gonna be large storage containers, and then after that, there's gonna be a raised level. So we're going to start building what that is going to look like. So right here is going to be a raised level to walk on. It's going to go all the way across. And it's going to be the same thing on the opposite side. Now, I really anticipate that I'm going to have way more storage in here than I will ever need. So I think now that I'm rethinking this whole idea, I might put preserving bins in here too. I'm not sure. Now I'm rethinking this whole thing. I think I'm gonna put the ramps on this side, and maybe on both sides. Actually, that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put ramps on both sides. We need to build a couple of ramps. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put them right here. So, oh, that's gonna come out through the wall too. You know what? They're going in here. I don't want them to come out through the wall. So there's that. And then we'll have storage in between. I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. So now we have an upper area where we'll have storage, and we have a lower area where we'll have storage. I was thinking that someday I might put vaults in here, but for now, I'm just going to go with the wooden storage stuff. So I'm going to go off cam and craft a bunch of storage containers, and we'll be back. All right, well, I didn't realize the resources it was going to take to make those shelves. Those bookshelves are 100 per shelf. That's a lot. A lot. But we've got 22 of each right now, and we've got our workhorse out here, Tusk. Gonna bring them in there for us. We're gonna start setting stuff up. Now, I don't know how many are gonna fit in between these areas here, but I do have an idea of what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna grab half the bookshelves. Put the bookshelves in one of our slots. Got all kinds of walls on us I don't need, and we're gonna have to find a way to put some windows in here. But so the first bookshelf on each side, I'm just gonna put right in here. And I know it's not practical for the storage space, but I don't want that here. What I want right here is I kind of just want it to have an offset look. That's what we're gonna do. Can't put that back to make sure. I'm kind of looking to make sure that it's square. I think that's gonna be square enough. So we've got the first bookshelf up. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, but that's not gonna be a bookshelf. So we're gonna do another bookshelf right here. Same idea, just for aesthetic purposes, so it looks a little different. All right, so in between here though, we're gonna put just a ton of bookshelves. And to be able to tell on the very bottom of the screen where the ramp overlaps the bookshelf, we want that to be the same as the upper right hand. So when they go through, that'll tell us that it's kind of squared up. Now that might be close enough. So we're gonna try that. Got a bookshelf up. Looks pretty square. Pretty square. So now we're just gonna go off of this one. We're gonna do the same kind of idea. Align it right up. So it's overlapping the other bookshelf entirely. See how the one side came through more than the other? That tells me that I gotta turn to the right a little bit. Turn to the right a little bit. Go back to the left. Now we're pretty straight. Now we're gonna back up. Place the shelf. Try not to move the mouse at all. Oh, I moved the mouse a little bit. Just a little. All right, back up. Place the shelf. Try not to move the mouse. Back up. Place the shelf. Keep doing this all the way across. All right, so we've got our bookshelves in. So you come up, you can see that, you know, I'm not going to be able to tell running in and out daily that this is a little bit off. No big deal there. You can see it up here. See it up here, but I'm not going to be able to tell. So I'm going to try not to recreate that problem on the other side, though. So we've got more bookshelves. What I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll make a decision about exactly how I'm going to handle these upper areas. Now, we know that more content is going to be released in ARK, and we're hoping that that's going to open up more opportunities for decoration and other things. I was talking about this being a library, and you know, there's some things in this game they haven't created yet that I hope that they will, like tables and chairs and wall furnishings and that kind of stuff. We're in alpha, so we don't know what they're going to do. But we're hoping that they'll do stuff like that, because you could have up here like an area to sit and read in the library, but not today. So we're going to switch storage up. Now we're working with the storage, large storage chests. And we're doing the same thing we did on the other side. Got the one. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my best blueprints on the end there. And probably this will carry rare items. The ones in the back probably will never have anything in them. That's fine. Quite all right with me. We've got both of those in, and now we have to do the same thing we did on the other side. Find a way, try to square this up as best as we can. So as you can see, that side comes through first. We want to change that so that comes through at the same time. There, that's pretty close, but I think we're still just a little bit off. That's pretty close. So now we are really close to the wall. but I fear we will come out. So I'm going to shift a tiny bit. We're going to start putting these puppies in. All right, now we've got all of our storage chests set up. So on the right, we've got all our blueprint sets. On the left, we've got all our storage sets. Out here, we're gonna have our wood and stone all the time. Will always be in those chests because we're always gathering an inordinate amount of those. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the inside here. Now what we need to do is decide what we're gonna do. You know, I've already kind of made my decision. I like the big vaulted, or they're not vaulted. I like the big ceilings. Big ceilings are a real cool thing with me. I like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out this much at least. I was thinking about putting one of these gates right there, which I still may do. Not be too difficult to do that. No, I think I'm going to do it right now. But you know what? I'm not going to do that, and I'll show you why. Up here, when we put those gates in, made these things, and it's kind of ugly. Not super bad, but that's what we'd have right here on this area between the two ceilings if we did. So what we're going to do for now is we're going to leave it nice and open. I may change my mind later. I'm going to leave that one wall section as a separation. So we got that one separation. We were thinking about whether or not we're going to have a door here. I think I'm going to keep that way for now. What's up? Here, take this stuff. 8 and 8. We still got 8 of each left. We may put them up in here. May not. Not really sure. But this is the idea. I wanted to line this wall with more storage chests, and I may. But I have to get a lot more resources in order to do so. And then I'd have more blueprint things over here. So now, we're going to have all kinds of bookshelves. Check it out. Rename bookshelf. What's this one going to be? Let's call it saddles. We've got a saddles one now. But yeah, I'm gonna rename these so that they make sense and you can tell what's in each bookshelf. Same thing on the other side. You know, we're going to have hide and flint and, you know, charcoal and all kinds of other stuff in there. But so that's the idea. Now we've got that area. The next things that we're going to do over time is we're going to move these all over into this corner. We're going to take and inset this wall and put a vault in there. We're going to come out here and build our dock area. First things first though, I need to have a garden. So that's kind of the next idea. And I was thinking that I might put another hole in this and have it come down out here to a garden area. I think that my garden area is going to go right over here. We're going to have the dock system. We're going to have a deck out here, first of all. A deck that is about as wide as the entire place. Maybe in one, just so it looks a little different. Then it's going to come down to the docks. The docks are going to come out probably to around here-ish and then go out. I think I'm going to have a big U dock. And then you can ride your dinos up to each side. But yeah, so that's today's build, guys. I don't think that there's much more to do. I need to decide where I'm going to put that hatch. This hatch is really bugging me. I mean, I can leave it where it is for the time being, but I thought I might have it come out here. But it would be literally right in this one. So I'd have to demolish this wall and move that out one more, because I don't know if you guys remember, but when I first had this hatch here, I didn't have the roof built out. And so what ends up happening is when you come up, you're like right against the wall, or you're right against the edge. And I don't want that. I like to come up and have like a nice area to be out at. That should be good for now. We're going to keep this the way it is for the time being. Got a small area up here. I can rebuild my bed and put it on the end for the time being. But yeah, that's the idea. I gotta move all of the stuff in these chests over into those chests. We gotta move this stuff over there, and we gotta get ready to have a new vault in the wall. And I'll probably do that stuff off cam between now and the next build. We're also gonna build a cooking area with a, oh geez, don't get on your fire and then start it by accident. Cooking area with a couple of these. I want to have a lot of preserving bins. I want to be able to make jerky. I want to be able to, oh, the oil's in there for jerky. I want to be able to have enough storage for this stuff. I'd like to have storage for rotten meat. I mean, they do okay on Venom Punch. Got a lot on him. But I'd like to just have a storage chest for that stuff too. A lot of plans for that. Looking at the next video, probably going to either work on gardens or go ahead and get some more mates so that we can have some more eggs. We should go check butts. Go check butts for eggs. Checking the butts, I'm checking the butts. I want some eggs, check butts. Yep, checking them. No eggs. So yeah. Woohoo! All made. So that was today's video, guys. We've extended the facility a little bit, as you can see. If you like today's video, please press the like button. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. If you have anything to say, do so in the comments below. As always, be excellent to each other. Have a great day, folks. We'll see you soon.